Holy crap, this thing has got some top end. Welcome to the very first test ride of the 1999 KX250 Splitfire build. Even though it doesn't look like it, stay tuned. What's happening, everybody? Greg Hitchcock here. So if you've been following along to the 1999 KX250 Splitfire build, it was finally time for me to get out on the bike and actually test ride it at a track, for me to feel 100% comfortable, for me to ship it out to California for David Pingree to actually test ride it. So as you see, I don't have the 1999 KX250 Splitfire graphics on here. I tried to take off all the carbon fiber pieces. I actually took off the Pro Circuit clutch cover and ignition cover. I don't think I'm gonna ride with those anyway, just because I don't want to mess them up. I want them to be for show. At first, I wasn't gonna ride with the actual MV wheels with the XL rims and everything. I was gonna ride with my old stock rims, but I wanted to break in the wheels, so to speak, as well. So sometimes if you build new wheels, the spokes can loosen up. So without further ado, let's get into testing the bike. Just got back off of the main national track that they call it here at Miller Motorsports. So we'll start with the engine. I have to remember overall that this thing is a two-stroke. As much as I want to ride it like a four-stroke, it's hard to keep this thing in a higher gear, and even with some clutch, to get it to come out of a corner like you want it. You need to be in the right gear. I think especially with the 48 rear sprocket on here. On my other wheel, I have a 49 rear sprocket just to give it a little bit more oomph coming out of those corners. But you lose a little bit of top end with that 49 tooth sprocket. As the half-hour moto went on, I realized that I just needed to be in a gear lower to hit some of the ruts. The thing shifted awesome. If you guys followed the build, Millennium Technologies did the isotropic micro polishing on the transmission, and the thing shifted so buttery smooth. On the Supercross track, I hit neutral once, but I wasn't really trying on that track. On the main national track, never hit neutral once, never had a problem shifting. Now there were two spots where I could really open it up, get into fifth gear, and really wring this thing out, and let me tell you, holy crap, this thing has got some top end. I felt like the more you twisted it, the more it just wanted to eat. It must be the combination of the Pro Circuit pipe, the porting. This thing just loved to be ridden on the top end. Again, it's a two-stroke. I think with the Pro Circuit pipe, it's more of a mid to top end pipe anyway. When I threw my JSV cone pipe on here compared to the OEM one, it gave the bike a little bit more low-end grunt. So going forward, I actually would love to try to compare the Pro Circuit Works pipe compared to the JSV cone pipe. Just overall, it just ran really good. And Man, it was just super fun bike to ride. I probably rode it at about 90% of its capacity. There was a couple deeper sections. There was a left-hander with like kind of deeper, more loamier dirt. It was a little bit wetter. I just don't like to get on it and hammer it just because the engine one is still so new, still kind of breaking it in. So I think the jetting might have been a little bit lean on the main jet. I feel like I could have bumped up 1 or 2 on the main jet, maybe 1 on the Pilot. When I go down to SoCal, I think I will have to richen it up for when Pingree rides it. So the plan is to jet this bike with Mitch Payton at Pro Circuit. So that'll be really fun the day before we actually test ride this at Fox Raceway. And we're gonna have this thing dialed in and making sure it's running crispy for when Pingree rides it. Next up, the suspension. Precision Works coated the suspension with the Kashima anodized up top and then the TI nitrate blue lowers on the bottom. Then I sent everything to Pro Circuit for them to valve and spring it for their works kit setup. And let me tell you, it worked awesome. I felt like the shock was super stable, like wasn't wallowy on me whatsoever, like didn't kick up on me. We set the sag to 102, the range is 102 to 105. The free sag was 36 millimeters, where the range is 30 to 40. After I rode the Supercross track, I turned it in just 1 click. And I actually probably didn't even need to do that for the national track. It felt really good. I probably had about 2.5 inches of travel left to go on the forks. The spring rate in the front forks is 0.43, which I thought was going to be soft for me because I'm probably almost 200 pounds with gear on, but the valving and all the settings that they did to the inside of this fork, the 43 spring rate was actually pretty spot on. Like I said, I probably could have left it at their 10 compression, 16 out on the rebound setting, and would have been perfectly fine. So I know I'm a little bit bigger than Pingree, so he might have to back out the compression a little bit. Even though he is a faster rider, we'll see what happens when he gets it to Fox Raceway. I'm really happy with the way the bike ran. I just wanted to get it out here, test it myself, to give myself peace of mind that it's going to be 100% ready for a pro level rider like Pingree to hop on it. So now I feel really good about shipping the bike out to California. I'm going to go back home, get this bike all cleaned up, swap the plastics. If you guys are really digging the content, like and subscribe to the channel. If you're enjoying what I'm doing, following the 1999 KX250 Splitfire build, there's a Rocky Mountain ATVMC link in my description below. If you click on that, it helps support me, put out awesome content for you guys. As always, guys, appreciate you watching. Ride hard, be safe, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.